Hello and welcome back to the Pepsi Tailgate Central, presented to you by the Javelina Broadcast Network on Tamuk.tv and Tamuk TV2. I am James Espinosa, and I am joined by Offensive Coordinator Roderick Taylor, wide receiver Patrick LaFleur. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Hello and welcome back to the Pepsi Tailgate Central. I am James Espinosa, joined alongside Offensive Coordinator Roderick Taylor, wide receiver Patrick LaFleur. We are in the Don's Champions tent this morning due to the weather. Hopefully that clears up by the time game time comes around. Coach Taylor, I want to start with you first. You know, coming off the loss last week, disappointing loss, a tough loss. How did the team respond throughout this week of practice? How would you assess practice this week?
The guys showed up with a real positive attitude, ready to work. You know we have to move forward. We can't go back and fix the mistakes that we made last week, but it's time to get something done out there on the field in a game. You know, it's really time for us to go out and show what we are actually capable of doing and get it done on the scoreboard.
Yes, sir. And Pat, I'm going to ask that same thing to you. Just your thoughts on last week, and also how would you assess yourself during practice and your receiving core during practice?
Last week, we came out confident, real confident. We just had little minor slip-ups in the execution part. But this week in practice, we still were confident. We were running our plays, doing everything right. And our receivers, we're getting on point, getting on our blocks. We did better in blocking this week, and we're just coming out real confident.
All righty, and Coach, recapping a little bit from last week, just how would you assess your running attack from last week? Y'all totaled 98 yards, but you had some good performances from individuals like Vasquez, Petrie, Joe Teo got a couple of carries here and there. Just how would you assess the running game?
We're not satisfied with 98 yards. You know, that just won't get it done in the Lone Star Conference. It's not enough. We did have some guys show some flashes, but it's time to stop flashing and for the light just to stay on. It's really time to get that done. We were close to breaking some long runs here and there, but to get the average up, you're going to have to break some long runs. You're going to have to be more explosive. And we're a block here, a block there away from getting it done. But like I keep saying, it's time for us to show that and accomplish those goals.
Yes, sir. And Patrick, when it comes to the running game, what's the key to a receiver? I know the receiver's not catching the ball on a running play, but what's the key to a receiver on a running play? What does a receiver have to do?
Well, our coaches always preach blocking is effort, and we have to take the right angles. We have to get on the right people in order for the running backs to get to the open field.
All righty, and Coach, the offensive line, what I saw they had a sense of aggression out there. They were moving guys off the ball a little bit. Just your thoughts on the offensive line last week, and who stood out to you from that group of five?
Christian Garcia had a really, really good game. The guys are aggressive. They're doing a good job up front. We was only sacked one time.
Yes.
You know, their defensive end actually made a good play, but for the most part during the night, we did a really good job up front of moving people out of the way. But I'd really say Christian Garcia had a really good game. I know there's a few other guys that did well, but Christian had a solid game in my opinion. You know, we're moving people. You know, we keep talking about running, but we're going to have to throw the ball a little bit better to get people out of the box because people are starting to spin 7, 8 guys to our run game. So you'll see us, you know, we're going to have to be more effective throwing the ball as well, even in this weather, if it comes down to it.
Yes, sir. And Patrick, just how do you want to set the tone tonight, not only for yourself but also for your position group of the team? How do y'all guys want to set the tone going out there?
Well, we probably going to start off running just because it's raining. So we want to play physical, beat the corners up, beat the safeties up, so we can bring everybody in the box, just like Coach said, and we can throw the ball.
All righty. And hopefully this weather can clear up. I mean, it's pouring cats and dogs out there right now, so hopefully that can help the running game, but also, like you mentioned, Coach, the passing game. it might be a problem just, I guess, with the grip of the football and just throwing it. I mean, it's natural. When the ball's wet, it's going to be tough to throw. We're going to go to our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more from offensive coordinator Roderick Taylor and wide receiver Patrick LaFleur. You're watching the Pepsi Tailgate Central, presented to you by the Javelina Broadcast Network. We'll be back after this break.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Hello and welcome back to the Pepsi Tailgate Central. I am James Espinosa, joined by offensive coordinator Roderick Taylor, wide receiver Patrick LaFleur. Guys, it's game day, finally. It's been a long week. I'm pretty sure the practice hours they've been put in, the hard work's been put in. Coach, talking about the quarterback, Trey Mitchell, just what do you expect to see out of him tonight? I know last week was his first D2 start. How would you assess his performance, and what are you expecting to see out of Trey tonight?
His performance was somewhat up and down. He shows flashes of greatness, and he showed times when he struggled a little bit. But he's a very competent kid. He works really, really hard. He has full grasp of the scheme. I feel like the team is behind him. You know, we're a pass here, a drop ball there, away from him throwing actually 3 touchdowns. If he would have actually got that done, it'd be a different conversation. So we're really, really close. We're knocking on the door. Had a player tell me this morning it's time to kick it down, and I feel like Trey Mitchell can help us do that.
Yes, sir. And he's also a threat with his legs as well.
Yes,
I've noticed whenever, like, let's say he gets in trouble, sometimes he has the ability to scramble out, make a play on the run, or just take it himself and get that first down. So that's definitely a plus, I guess you could say, for the quarterback position.
It really is. He can really, really run. He's a really poised kid. He wants to win as bad as anybody. He's committed to what we're doing, and he's a guy we feel like we can ride.
All righty. And Patrick, this is a question for you, more of a practice question. You're going up against the guys in the secondary like Joe Crow, Trevor Pesic, Kalichi Amushi, Anthony Forker, etc., all quality guys. Do the defensive backs, do they make the receiver corps better just going up against those guys every day? Like, does their talent bring out the best in you?
Oh, yes, it's always competition. Every day in practice, they're always talking smack to us. I'm like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But it's a real good competition every day. We go at each other real hard. So, yeah.
All righty. Who would you say is the toughest guy to go against, or who's the most intense guy out there?
The most intense is probably Joe Crow.
Joe Crow.
He's always talking all that smack before practice, during practice, in the locker room. So he's pretty tough.
Awesome. That's good to know. I mean, Joe Crow brings that intensity, and I'm pretty sure he brings it out there on the field as well. And Coach, last week Jordan Thomas, he had 1 catch, broke it 72 yards, really showed his speed right there. That says something about him to get that 1 catch and break it. Do you expect more balls for Thomas, or what kind of player is he for this offense?
Jordan Thomas is an explosive player. That was actually his first college start.
Yes.
And he did really, really well. He got some things done. Yes, we'd love to get him more touches and get that done because he showed what he can actually do. He's an explosive player.
Yes, sir. And going into the game tonight, just what are you expecting to see from this Mesa defense? What do they do differently? Do they show a lot of blitz? Do they show a lot of disguised fronts? Just what does this Mesa team do?
They're definitely a blitz guy. They have a linebacker number 9 that they love to send. He comes a lot, but they're going to blitz you. The defensive coordinator, to me, is a feast or famine type guy. He's going to roll his dice, and if he has success, he'll continue to blitz you. But we're prepared for that. We're prepared for that. And to build the kind of offense that we run, it actually helps us in this type of weather.
All righty, Coach. And same thing for you, Patrick. Just what are you expecting to see out there from the Mesa front?
They play a lot of man in the secondary, so we're expected to have like a lot of run games. We have to get on our blocks, run the right routes, we're doing the proper dips, and it's really just who's the better receiving core.
All righty, so it's just going to come down to once y'all are on the field, line them up and see what's going to happen, right?
Yes.
And this Mesa team did give up 640 yards last week, so they are a defense that can be had.
Yes.
We're going to kick it to our last commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap things up with offensive coordinator Roger Taylor and wide receiver Patrick LaFleur. Thanks for tuning in to the Pepsi Tailgate Central, presented to you by the Javelina Broadcast Network. We'll be right back.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Hello and welcome back to the Pepsi Tailgate Central, presented to you by the Javelina Broadcast Network. Joined once again with offensive coordinator Roger Taylor, wide receiver Patrick LaFleur. Coach and Patrick, I want to thank both of y'all guys for being on today. It's always a pleasure getting some insight into the Javelina program, the offense especially, so I want to thank y'all once again for coming on. Pat, any final thoughts about tonight's game?
We've watched a lot of film. We've practiced real hard. It's enough talking about it. Now it's time to go prove it to everybody.
All righty, and Coach, final thoughts?
We have to take care of the ball tonight. In this type of conditions, we have to have great ball security, play with some enthusiasm, go out and get it done.
All righty, and I just want to thank y'all guys once again. It's a pleasure as always. Make sure you tune in at 12 noon for Dash's Have a Bite. He's definitely cooking up something delicious. We'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in to the Pepsi Tailgate Central.
Texas A&M University Kingsville thanks you for watching this special presentation of student-directed and produced media by the Javelina Broadcast Network.